So we start with the Merchant of Venice Act 4. Right. So scene 1, Act 4. Venice, a court of justice on a platform. There is a great chair of state with 3 lower chairs on either side. Before there are tables for clerks and lawyers, etc. Children, you have to unmute your video and mute your audio. Adarsh, unmute your video and mute your audio, beta.
Ma'am, I have to take a book, ma'am. Please wait for a minute.
Very nice, DP. But I would really like to see your face. Priti Gautam? Arunesh? Unmute your video. Okay. So let's start. So, as you all know, in the previous act, what has happened? Antonio's all the ships are lost, and now this man Shylock, who he is on the verge of taking his
Yes, ma'am.
revenge. Right, he is going to take his revenge. How will he take his revenge? He has shown the papers to the Duke that there was a bond signed between Antonio and Shylock, stating that if Antonio will not be able to pay back the money that he has taken from Shylock, what will happen? 1 pound of flesh will be taken out from any part of his body. Right? So now what is going on? The legal proceedings are going to start in Act 4. Till now, what has happened? Portia is trying to save Antonio. She is coming to this place. She's coming to Venice from Belmont in order to try to save this man, because he is Bassanio's best friend. So she wants to save him, right? And till now, no legal proceedings have started. Nothing in legality has been come out. But now in this Act 4, the legal proceedings will start. So as you can see, the very first line says, Venice, a court of justice on a platform. These people, there is a court of justice. That means they are in a court where the decisions will be made. There is a great chair of state, means the state, chair for the judge, the Duke. Then 3 lower chairs on either side. One side, 3 chairs, and the other side, 3 chairs. That means 6 chairs are there. And there are some more chairs and tables for the clerks and lawyers, people of lower ranks. Right? Now, enter the Duke, the Magnificos, Antonio, guarded, Bassanio, Gratiano, Salerio, and others. So all these people, the Duke is coming, the Magnificos means the other reputed people are coming. Antonio is guarded by some people because he's the culprit. Then Bassanio, Gratiano, Salerio, and others are coming to the court of justice. Okay? And Duke, what? Is Antonio here? So the first question that Duke asks is Antonio here? Has Antonio come? Because the case is against him, so he is asking, has Antonio come? Antonio, ready. So please, your grace. So Antonio says, yes, sir, I am here. You can start with the proceeding. Okay. Duke, I am sorry for thee. Thou art come to answer a stony adversary, an inhuman wreck, incapable of void and empty from any dram of mercy. So Duke also knows Antonio, that what a wise man he is. Duke also knows that Antonio is a very, he's a very lenient man. He gives money. So Duke is the higher authority. He knows about every person, and Antonio is a reputed person. So obviously the Duke knows about him, right? So the Duke, he's in the first place, he's saying sorry to Antonio. He's saying sorry because he's saying that I feel really sorry that you had to come here to defend yourself against an inhuman person. Shylock. He's talking about Shylock. He's saying that Shylock is behaving inhuman, and he lacks the slightest quality of mercy. He does not have any mercy. If Shylock wanted, this case should not have been here. Even the Duke, you will see, he will plead, he will tell, he will request Shylock to take back the case and follow a compromise. But Shylock will not do it. So Duke is calling him merciless. He's saying, I am very sorry. I feel sorry for you that you have come here to guard yourself, to defend yourself against such an inhuman person, Shylock. Antonio, I have heard your grace had taken great pains to qualify his rigorous course. But since he stands obdurate and that no lawful means can carry me out of his enemy's reach, I do oppose my patience to his fury and am armed to suffer with his quietness of spirit the very tyranny and rage of his. So, Antonio knows that the Duke has already spoken to Shylock. Duke spoke to Shylock. The Duke told him that if you want these things can be settled through a compromise, but Shylock is not ready. So Antonio is saying that I'm very thankful to you, Duke. I heard that you tried to pacify this man, you tried to bring down this man, you tried to make a compromise with him, but he is not ready for it. I am very thankful to you that at least you took my side. Now, what will happen? My patience will. You all will see my patience because I am the one who will be suffering the utmost. मैं वो हूँ जिसको इस चीज के लिए सबसे ज्यादा सफर करना पड़ेगा. Now I will be the one to tolerate all these things the most, and I will see how much I can bear, how much I can keep patience. Children, are you understanding? I hope I am being very loud and clear and legible and very understandable to all of you so that you do not have any doubts. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. Smriti?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any doubt till here?
No, ma'am.
Arunesh?
No, ma'am, no doubt.
Okay. Duke, go one and call the Jew into the court. So see, Duke is so upset with this man. Duke is so upset with the Shylock that he's not even taking his name. He's saying, go and call the Jew into the court. He's not even saying that go and call Shylock. He's saying, go and call the Jew. Celerio, he's ready at the door. He comes, my lord. So Celerio is saying, sir, he's already waiting at the door. We need not go anywhere and call him. He's already waiting at the door and he is coming. Means Shylock is so, much wants to take the revenge. He's so bent upon taking the revenge that he's already waiting. Nobody needs to call him. He's already waiting over there and he's ready to come. Enter Shylock. Duke, make room and let him stand before our race. So Duke says, make some space and let him stand before me. Before our race means we merciful people. He's a merciless man. Let him stand before people who are merciful. Okay. Shylock, the world thinks, and I think so too, that thou but leads this fashion of thy malice or malice. You can call it the other way. So Shylock, he's saying that everyone thinks, and I also think, that you keep me on a revengeful spirit. Okay, Shylock also understands that the Duke is in favor of Antonio, and he's saying that I understand that you are keeping me at a revengeful state. Okay, in here you are obviously supporting Antonio. To the last hour of act, and then 'tis thought thou it shows thy mercy and remorse more strange than is thy strange apparent cruelty. So he's saying that by your words I can understand that you want me to show mercy, and then it is the thought that you will suddenly show mercy and repentance in a way even more unexpected. He's saying that when case will be heard, I am very sure that the Duke will show mercy upon Antonio. He's saying that it is very evident. It is I can see that the Duke wants to show mercy on Antonio. Okay. And where thou now exactst the penalty, which is a pound of this poor merchant's flesh, thou wilt not only choose the forfeiture, but touched with human gentleness and love, forgive a moiety of the principal, glancing an eye of pity on his losses that have the late so huddled on his back. So he's saying that when I know that when you will make the judgment, जब आप judgment दोगे, so you will be very lenient. You will consider that all the property of this man Antonio has been lost. You all know that all Antonio's ships have been wrecked, right? So he has lost all his money. Yes, Adarshita, yes or no? So he's saying that I am very sure that when you pass a judgment, what you will do, you will show mercy, and you will also tell me not to take 1 pound of flesh from this man. You will do all sort of things in favor of this man, because you know I can see that you are in his favor. Okay. Eno to press a royalty merchant down and pluck commiseration of his state. You will tell me to put my things down, and you will take his side. From brassy bosom and rough hearts of flint, from stubborn Turks and Tartars, never trained to offices of tender courtesy, we all expect a gentle answer due. I'm sorry, children. These all things are said by the Duke. I'm sorry. I don't know. These all things are said by the Duke. The Duke is saying, the Duke is trying to pacify Shylock, and the Duke is saying that I'm sure what you will do, you will not take 1 pound of flesh. You will think that he has lost all his wealth. You will be merciful on him. You will think that there is something that can be done, there can be a compromise that can be done, and you will think before you pass any decision that you take. You will think. The Duke is talking to Shylock. The Duke is still trying to pacify Shylock. Shylock, I have possessed your grace of what I purpose, and by a holy Sabbath I have sworn to take the due and forfeit of my bond. So see, the Duke was trying to pacify Shylock. The Duke was trying to make Shylock understand that you can take the revenge, you can take the forfeiture, you can take the money, you can do n number of things, but you will not take 1 pound of flesh from his body. You will not let this man bleed and die. So Shylock is saying, no, sir, I have sworn. I have informed you my intentions. I have already told you my intentions. I have told you that I have sworn that I will take 1 pound of flesh from his body. Means I have taken this swear that I will let my bond talk. I will not talk. My bond will talk. And the bond says that Antonio was unable to pay the debt, so he will give 1 pound of flesh from his body. Yes or no? If you deny it, let the danger light upon your charter and your city's freedom. So he's saying that if you deny, Shylock is talking to the Duke, and he's saying that I've told you that I will let my bond talk. I will take 1 pound of flesh from his body. And if you think that, you will not, if you refuse me this, if you think that you can refuse, then you are putting your, city, your freedom, your charter, everything into danger. He's saying, I have a bond, I have papers in my hand, and if you refuse, these are the legal things that I have. Everything is in legal format. If you refuse the legality, thinking that Antonio is a very good man and I should not do this, I should not do that. If you think that Antonio is a very good man, and if you refuse to give me the judgment, what will happen? Your city's freedom will be in danger. He is not saying anything that he will do anything, but he is saying that if you do not give me this, give me a proper judgment, then what will happen? The people of your city will not abide by the rules. They will also get papers signed from everybody, and they will not follow the proper proceeding. Are you getting my point? He's saying अगर आप मुझे जजमेंट नहीं देते हैं तो आप अपनी सिटी को डेंजर में डालते हैं, क्योंकि हर एक इंसान फिर ऐसे ही पेपर साइन कराएगा और कोई उम्मीद भी नहीं करेगा कि प्रॉपर जजमेंट मिलेगा. एंड देन व्हाट विल हैपन? पीपल विल स्टार्ट taking their own judgment. People will start killing each other on their own, because here we come in front of you, in front of the court of justice, to have proper justice. हमें proper justice चाहिए. If you do not give proper justice, then what will happen? The people will think that the court is unable to give proper justice, and they will take their decisions on their own. Is this very clear to you, children? He's not threatening. He's just telling that if you do not give me justice, then the people will lose faith in you. Is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
You'll ask me why. Why? I rather choose to have a weight of carrion flesh than to receive 3,000 ducats. I'll not answer that. So Shylock is saying that I know you will question me that why don't you take the money? Why do you want the flesh? What will you do with the flesh? But I will not answer that question. He's saying that I know that you will ask me that what will you do with the flesh? Why aren't you taking the money? But I will not answer your question. But say, it is my humor. It is answered. What if my house be troubled with a rat? And I please to give 10,000 ducats to have it banned. What are you answered yet? Some men there are love not a gaping pig. Just a second. Some that are mad if they behold a cat. Some when they hear a bagpipe for affection. Master of passion sways it to the mood of what it likes or loathes. So he's saying that I will not answer. I will give you no answer to that except I please to do so. I want to do so. I love to do so. And that a sufficient answer? If you ask me why do I want the flesh, I will say that I want it. I like it, so I want it. Is that answer okay with you? Is that sufficient? So he's saying, what if any other person says that there is a rat in my house and I choose to spend 10,000 ducats to have it poisoned? He's saying that, if I tell you that there is a rat in my house and I'm really troubled with it. Now he's comparing Antonio with a rat. He's saying that Antonio is compared to a rat by Shylock. He's saying that, if there is a rat in my house and I want to finish it, I will, and if I give 10,000 ducats, I'm troubled with the rat, I just want to finish it off and I give 10,000 ducats to poison it. Is that a satisfactory answer for you? Why is he calling him a rat? He's calling him a rat because you all know that Antonio is also at fault. Antonio has been insulting him in public. Wherever he used to meet him, he used to spit on his face because he used to take money from the people. He used to take lofty interest from the people. You all know this or not? Speak up.
Yes, ma'am.
So that is why we also consider Antonio at fault because this was not his business. He shouldn't have done all these things with Shylock. Whatever money he was taking, Antonio's business was to only look after his money. Whatever interest, if he wanted to charge the interest, if he didn't want to charge the interest, whatever it was for his money. He was nobody to speak anything for Shylock's money, but he did it. Right? Anywhere he used to meet him, anywhere he used to see him, he used to insult him in front of everybody. Okay, that was Shylock's business. He was no one to speak. Antonio was nobody to speak. So here he's saying that I was troubled by Antonio. Rat, he is troubled by rat means he was troubled by Antonio. And now he has got a chance to finish him. All the insults that had been inflicted on him, he has a chance to take revenge, avenge those, disrespects that he has shown. So he's comparing a rat with Antonio. He's saying that Antonio is like a rat who has been troubling me, and now I have got a chance. Whatever money it takes, I will give, but I want to finish this rat who has been troubling me since a very long time. Okay? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So he is now. What, Smriti? Are you saying something, Smriti? Okay. So here he is also saying that there are more men who have aversions, means they have like inclinations towards other things. They see a cat, they become happy. They hear a bagpiper's shrill note, they become happy, or they start, means some people listen to the bagpipe and they are it is very pleasing to their ears. Some people, they are very much disturbed. So personal inclinations are there, personal choices are there, and it depends on person to person what he likes and what he dislikes. Okay. Much yield to such inevitable shame as to offend himself being offended, so I can give no reason, nor I will not, more than a lodged hate and a certain loathing. I bear Antonio that I follow thus, a losing suit against him. Are you answered? So even before the Duke asks him that will you choose the money or the 1 pound of flesh, he has already given his answer. He's saying that I don't want to take any money. I just want my bond to be fulfilled. I will not take any money. Antonio, I have deeply rooted hatred for him. Inside my heart, I have a lot of hatred for him. I will not take any money. I will not take any pound of flesh. Sorry, I will not take any compromise, but I will just let my bond speak. Okay, and now he's saying, is your question answered? I have already told you. Arunesh, unmute your video. Smriti. So he's saying, is your question answered now? Is this a sufficient answer? Bassanio, there is no answer, thou unfeeling man, to excuse the current of thy cruelty. So now Bassanio interrupts and he's saying, no, this is not a satisfactory answer for a person like you. The actions, the cruel actions that you are doing, this is not an answer to it. Shylock, I am not bound to please thee with. So Shylock is saying, this is not my duty, this is not my obligation to please you. Okay, to make you happy is not my duty. Children, read till here and ask me if you have any problem, then we will continue. Children, let me know when you're done. Done, children? Done, children? Anything you want to ask? Okay. So let's continue. Bassanio, do all men kill the things they do not love? So Bassanio is asking Shylock that if you do not love anything, it is very sure for all the people to kill the things which they do not love. Shylock, hates any man the thing he would not kill. So Shylock is saying, do you know any man that if he gets the chance to kill somebody or someone whom he truly hates, he will not kill? क्या तुम एक इंसान या चीज जिससे सबसे ज्यादा नफरत करते हो, and if you get a chance to kill that thing or person, will you not kill? Bassanio, every offense is not a hate at first. So Bassanio is saying that you need not tell me that every offense is hate. If there is a crime, if there is a fault, it does not cause hatred. For the first time, let's talk, let's try to resolve the matter. There is nothing like you always have to hate the person. Shylock, what wouldst thou have a serpent sting thee twice? So Shylock is saying, will you let your enemy hurt you twice? Serpent means the child of a snake. Okay, so he's saying, will you let the serpent sting you again and again? Will you let your enemy trouble you again and again? Will you let your enemy trouble you twice? Antonio, I pray you, think you question with the Jew. So Antonio is telling his friends, I pray you, I request you, do not talk to this man. It is useless talking to this man. You may as well go to stand upon the beach and bid the main flood bait his usual height. So Antonio is saying that you can go to the seashore, you can go to a beach, and you can tell the sea not to rise such high waves. Okay, yeah, you can tell the waves to not rise so much high. Okay, you may as well use question with the wolf why he hath made the ewe bleat for the lamb. So he is also saying you can go to the wolf and ask that why did you make the mother of the lamb, the mother of the sheep, the mother sheep cry so much. The wolf, he's saying that go to a wolf which has already eaten the lamb. Lamb is the baby sheep, right? So he's saying go to a wolf which has already eaten a baby of the sheep, a lamb, go and ask him, why did you make the mother cry so much? Obviously, if the baby of the sheep will die, what will she do? She will cry. So he's saying, जाओ उस wolf के पास जाओ, उससे पूछो कि उसने baby खा लिया, and why did he make the mother cry so much? To wake their high, you may as well forbid the mountain pines to wake their high tops to make no noise. You can also go to the trees which are situated on the mountain tops. You can tell them not to move from one place to another. Because of the wind, they move from not one place to another, to sway from one side to the other. He's saying you can go there, you can tell them not to make noise. You can go, you may as well do anything most hard as seek to soften that than which what's harder. So he's saying you can do anything, you can go to the heaven and ask questions, but you need not talk to this man. This man is harder than anything. His Jewish heart, therefore, I do beseech you, make no more efforts, use no further means, but with all brief and plain conveniency, let me have judgment and the Jew his will. So he's saying, do not talk to this man. This man is not worth talking. You can go to sheep, wolf, lamb, you can go to trees, you can go to seashores, waves, everything. You can talk to everybody, but there's no point talking to this man because this man is worthless. This man is a hard man. He will not listen to anything. So let me get the judgment and let him fulfill his bond. Okay. Bassanio, for 3,000 ducats, here is 6. So Bassanio is still trying, and Bassanio is saying, we took 3,000 ducats from you, we are giving you 6,000 ducats. Take 6,000 ducats, settle the matter here, finish it off. Shylock, if every ducat in 6,000 ducats were in 6 parts and every part a ducat, I would not draw them, I would have my bond. He's saying even if you divide the ducats, even if 6 of you give me 6,000 ducats, even then I will not take that money. I will not do anything. I will not accept the money. I want the fulfillment of my bond. Duke, how shalt thou hope for mercy, rendering none? So now the Duke is also interrupting. He's saying, Shylock, how can you expect mercy in future, how can you expect mercy from God if you are not showing mercy right now? You should show mercy if you want yourself to be forgiven. Okay, so this is actually prayer according to the Bible. It says that like we forgive others, forgive our sins also. Okay, in the prayer it is said, like we forgive the sins of the other people, God, you help, you forgive our sins. So similarly, in on the basis of that, the Duke is asking that if you are not ready to forgive the sin or to show mercy towards others, how do you expect that in future something happens with you, you will be shown mercy? Okay. Shylock, what judgment shall I dread, doing no wrong? You have among you as you many a purchased slave, which like your asses and your dogs and mules you use in abject in a slavish parts because you bought them. Shall I say to you, let them be free, marry them to your own heirs? Why sweat they under burthens? Let their beds be made soft as yours, and let their palates be seasoned with such waned. So he's saying that what judgment will be passed against me? What wrong have I done? You are Christians. Now he's talking to the Christians. He is a Jew. He's talking to the Christians, and he's saying you are Christians, and what you have done? You have purchased people. तुम लोगों ने नौकर खरीदे हैं. You have purchased people, and like your dogs and your sheep and your horses, what are you doing? You are making them work like animals. You are putting burdens on their backs, and you're making them walk and work like animals. Okay, you might have seen horses carrying loads on their backs and all those things. Even today, these things happen. So he's saying that you are Christians, you are wrong. You have been, purchasing people, and you have been treating them like slaves. Should I tell you to free them? And then should I tell you to, after freeing them, you should get them married to your daughters and your sons? Should I tell them? Should I also tell you to make their beds as comfortable as yours? Should I tell them, should I tell you to give them the same food that you eat? So you people have, you people are at fault. I am not at fault. You will answer, the slave are ours. So do I answer you? The pound of flesh which I demand of him is... Why have they left? I just wanted to finish this para. Okay. The slaves are ours, so do I answer you? The pound of flesh which I demand of him is dearly bought, 'tis mine, and I will have it. If you deny me, fee upon your law. There is no force in the decrees of Venice. I stand for judgment. Answer, shall I have it? So Shylock is saying that, am I telling you to do all these things? Am I interrupting in your matter? And if I interrupt in your matter, what will you do? You will tell me these servants are ours. So whatever we will do. Okay, whatever we wish, we will do. So I am not interrupting in your matter. So you do not interrupt in my matter. I want my bond to be fulfilled. You tell me if you will give me the judgment, if you will give me the right judgment, will I have my right judgment or not? And if you do not give me the right judgment, then shame upon you that you are sitting in a court of law. Okay, so we stop here, children. I want you all to keep filling your workbooks, and I will also be providing you with the notes. Let's finish with the scene. I will be sending you the notes. You have to write them in your notebook. Okay, Ananya just personally text me till where have we done the notes. Just write, ma'am, we have done the notes till this scene, this act, this scene, and further I'll be sending it to you. Okay, tell this to your friends also. Bye, children. Have a very good day. And children, please keep attending the classes. Do not miss your classes. Tell others also to keep attending the classes, because we are about to finish with the syllabus. I will not be repeating these things again. We are on Act 4 and we just have till Act 5. I want to finish it off and then revise, so that, see, we are still left with language. So I want to revise literature as much as we can, because you all know literature, English is a compulsory subject, right? So I want to give you a lot of practice. Keep attending the classes, okay? Bye, everybody. Have a very good day. See you tomorrow.